In this video, we will listen to several data professionals talk about what employers look for in a data engineer.
This is a very tricky question because there is no straight answer to this question. Employers look for an individual who has exposure to a breadth uh, of various data-related technologies. It really varies from job to job or role to role. For example, some roles looks for individuals who has exposure to various kinds of data sources, from relational databases to the NoSQL databases to in-memory databases or key value stores. And some other roles looks for individuals with heavy experience geared towards the data movement processes. That means they need to be able to work on moving the data from a variety of data sources, from RDBMSs to NoSQL databases, or pulling the data from social media using APIs and loading them into their analytical databases such as Hadoop. Apart from that, they also look for good analytical and problem-solving skills in a data engineer.
When I'm hiring somebody in a data field, there are a number of things I look for. One is I look for somebody who is inquisitive, somebody who doesn't just take the data given to them, but asks additional questions to figure out what direction to take something. One of the primary questions I ask when I'm interviewing for that particular trait is, I say, hey, somebody comes to you, they say the database is slow, what do you do? And I'm not looking for them to say, I tune memory. I'm not looking for them to say, I look at this metric. I'm looking for them to ask questions and think about different directions a slowness could come from, things like that. So somebody who is inquisitive, somebody who can communicate really well. You're never working in a vacuum as a data professional. And there's a lot of other people that you're going to have to interact with. Somebody with a strong work ethic, somebody who really owns what they work with and what they do. Those are all things that I'm really looking for.
I think it is very company specific. In a big company, data engineer may be able to have a narrow focus, for example, just building ETL pipeline. While in a small startup, a data engineer may need to wear different hats, and the employer would expect the data engineer to have very broad skills. In many cases, I think SQL data modeling and ETL methodologies, as well as programming skills such as Python, are pretty essential ones for data engineering. And besides those technology skills, I believe employers also want to see curiosities, good communications, and love of learning in their data engineers.
Employers look for skills on RDBMS. They look for expertise on NoSQL databases. They see if you have any expertise on schema design. They want to know if you can work on ETL, ELT. They also want to see if you can handle streaming data. They would love you to be able to handle multiple data formats, file formats. They also want to see you to be able to work on or to be able to work with web APIs, data scraping, web scraping, and any kind of even basic data analytical skills are looked for. And most importantly, they look for problem solving, and if you can automate any routine work that has to be done at the workplace.
When I'm looking at technical skills, the technical skills, I'm looking for somebody who's familiar with at least one of the technologies I'm looking for, somebody who has a good starting place to go to learn deeper in that area. If I'm looking at a very senior level position, then I'm looking for very specific technical skills because I have a specific technical need that I need filled. But at a junior level, I'm looking for a general fluency with technology and more soft skills than I am specific technical skills. And some of that is asking them what they've done to learn the field. What have they done to, what courses have they taken? What blogs do they read? What directions are they taking to learn more?
So having the right credential, a degree or a certificate, is a good starting point to get noticed. But you also need to be able to demonstrate that you have the right technical and soft skills and then stand out from the other candidates. So for example, what projects have you worked on? Have you done any technical write-ups, presentations, videos in this field? And then there are soft skills like being able to clearly communicate and articulate your work. Whether you're a good fit with the organization is another thing that we look at. For example, if you're going to be working in a team of people, do you have the skills for good teamwork?